Check, check, check. Is this thing on? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And we put that gain up a little bit because the new computer doesn't have the same oomph as the old computer. I think maybe the power supply is even bigger in my old computer than all the other ones. Something interesting. So we had some computer woes. We're going to get into that later on. Nobody cares. Remember, nobody cares about your problems. They only want to know how good you're doing. No. But shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let me bring that gain down just a tad. Check, 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 check. That's a better move there. Shout out to everybody here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much for being here. Let me bring that music down a little bit in the background. And, you know, before we start, let's get into that beautiful intro, baby. Shout out to everybody here. Roll that beautiful bean footage, Jimmy. Roll that beautiful bean footage. How do you like them apples? That was pretty sweet. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to the team for creating that. My team is doing amazing. Appreciate that so much. It's super awesome. And let's get back into the mix, baby. Let's get back into the mix. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. And let's take a look at the markets today. BCN, BSV, markets are down. Bitcoin back to 19,000. Let's take a look at this. Is that real? That can't be real. Let's take a look at the markets. It's possible. You never know. Let's take a look right now. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Appreciate. I was looking at BTC pairs. What is a BTC pair? What is going on with the Bitcoin pairs? What does that do for you? What does that do for me? When we look at a Bitcoin pair, well, a Bitcoin pair just might change your life. It's not like eating a pear, but it might just change your life. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Dope intro. Turn up the audio. Really? You want more? You mean the volume? I sound so loud. Check, check, check. I feel like I'm louder than loud. Audio level cut in half, brother. See? Audio is fire. I don't know. My audio level seems to be money. You know, I'm not going to get any more. It'd be ridiculous. Yeah, no, at the beginning it was low. The audio should be money, man. You're messing with me, man. You're messing with me. Come on, man. Yeah, you guys are bugging. Anyway, let's keep it moving. All right. CNC Island said it's Chris. Sounds good to me. All my team and my blue team like it, and they're my moderators, so let's keep it moving. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at Bitcoin like we do every single day without fail. And let's get that lemon in the water. Let's get energized. I'm going to smell that lemon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's going to give it to you. Oh. Sometimes all you need is just a little lemon to spark your senses, get you going. That's why people, you know, when you're wearing one of these things, I mean, you can't smell anything. And when you block any one of your five senses, you are a miss. Remember that. Any one of your five senses are blocked, you're a miss. Even if you don't think you're using your nose all the time, you are. Even if you don't think you're using, like, you know, the hairs in your ears, you know what I mean? There's just so many little things going on that you don't know about. You want to let your body be and take in all your senses. The second you block a sense, you're actually affecting other senses. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We're actually a little bit high here on the channel, on the camera there. Volume sounds fine on my end. Shout out to David Kendall, who usually goes hard on the volume for me too. So I appreciate that, Davey. You're the man, dude. Hey, anything is possible, man. I've been going through a plethora of fun occurrences recently. So anything is possible. That lemon marquee. Babe, I drank lemon water this morning, and then I went to the gym, and, you know, I was at the gym, I was fighting, I was doing my thing, babe. And it didn't matter. No matter how hard I tried, the guys were bigger, they were better than me, babe. It doesn't matter, Marky. I ran into my car, I cried, babe. Everybody lifted more than me, babe. It didn't matter how hard I tried. I drank 100 monsters. I did everything, babe. You know, and I know I played a cop. I know I played a firefighter. I know I played a sniper, a sharpshooter, whatever. But, you know, babe, I just couldn't lift it today, and I had to run into my car and cry. You know, and sometimes, and you know what else I did? I rolled into Wahlburgers, and, you know, I had 4 burgers and a shake. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on it. I don't mean to make fun. I'm just joking around. I actually like Marky Mark. I just trying to make you laugh. Volume is good. It's EQing. That is different. Not as boomy. McGregor. Check. No, we don't want to. Hey, that might be good enough there. Check. 1, 2, and 2. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. That ain't too bad. Tone. How's my tone? I believe I have a deep tone. If you had to place it on the rector there. All right, we should be good to go now. Everything looks gravy train to me. Punch up on the gain. Gain was usually at 38, I'll be honest. So I'll give that to each and every one of you. Gain was at 38. Tone is excellent. I love you. You're a sweetheart over there. Whoever you are, you're a sweetheart. You're going to get a funny me today because I'm on 4.5 hours sleep. So I'm bugging out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm doing the best I can, keeping it together. So keep it together for me as we move together. Together. Always together. Holding me tight. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all. So look, we got a bit of a shoulder here. A head and a shoulder. Can we break to the upside? You're always looking for these types of patterns when you're trying to dig yourself out of a holy-o, cornholio. So look, you're on the way up here to 19,051. And the idea is we just have to get back above 19K. It's like you fell off a ledge. There's a little bit of a platform here. And you're climbing. You're like, and you grab on here. And like, you know, it's not that you're not getting all the way to the top. But there's a little place you can rest here and get your breath. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it seems like FRA, I know, man. Lifer with the 4-hour sleep is still the best TA on the internet. Shout out to Jamie. You're the man. Sam, I've got through most videos in the learning library. Is there a video on the RSI? Thank you, Pimp Daddy. Phil McCracken up in the game. Phil McCracken in the game. Hey, Lifer, you should be a speaker with that voice. Shout out to Czechsoxer. Czechsoxer. Did he speak about the Bitcoin pears? How's your pear? I like to eat pears. Who eats pears? So look, Bitcoin. Can we break out on the inverted head and shoulder up to 19,000? Suggested what we can. Suggested that we can by the inverted head and shoulder. How could this play out? How could it even be posible? No posible. Bitcoin, no. Bitcoin está aquí. Bitcoin no está aquí. Bitcoin está aquí. Bitcoin no está aquí. Bitcoin aquí. Muy bien. Thoughts on ETH trading supply drying up after the merge? Price should climb, right? Keep in mind, anything is possible. Shout out to Jason Ferriani. Well, there's a lot of hype around ETH right now. A lot of people are bouncing up and down on the ETH train. Except for me. You know what I mean? I tend to get weary when I see a lot of people getting jumpy and pumpy over something that just kind of, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Leaves me a little lackluster. So ETH, yes. I mean, I love ETH. It was the first coin I ever bought. $89. Yes, I did. But, you know, muy bien. Gracias. Yo hablo español en la escuela para 5 años. Muy bien tu español, amigo. Pero Bitcoin no está aquí. I love this guy. It's on fire today, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. You know what I'm saying? You know, I talked to my wife the other day. She said, you know, why don't you take me someplace I've never been? I was like, okay. So I took her to the kitchen. Hey. Oh, my gosh. You got to love the guy, man. He was the best, man. Hey, I get no respect. I get no respect over here. Hey, the other day I went to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? I go to the doctor, you know? Everyone goes to the doctor. I go to the doctor, you know? He looks at me. He says, you know, Jesus, you look old. Oh, man. And the dentist. I can't get a break at the dentist. I'm so ugly, he puts himself to sleep. My brother. My dad always loved my brother. Told me, why can't you be more like your brother, you know? You know? He was mentally ill. Shout out. As the word. The guy was the best, man. He was too much, man. Oh, man. Wife is always hungry. Of course. She's... And then he took her to the laundry room. Just finished work. Oh, man. And then he took... and then he took her... Oh, man. So, look. In a bit of a flag here to the upside. Can the 7-minute save you? That's what you're looking at. I know it comes down to the 7-minute a lot of days. Can the 7-minute get you a bit of a pump here and back into the zone? At least can the 7-minute climb above its 200-day simple? So you're looking for the 7 to battle the 200-day simple. If it can get above it, maybe use some move. Get the rest of the moving averages to curl above. Maybe a little bit of a golden cross on the 7-minute. Now that means nothing. But I mean, it still means something. Like there's a death cross here on the 7-minute. See, you know, bye, senorita. You know what I mean? So Bitcoin 1 hour inverted head and shoulder. Could also be a bear pennant. Also looking oversold with the high stochastics. Crypto coin bull, stop doing my job. That's so perfect. Why don't you come on the live over here and just say that? I can go back to bed over here. I got 4 hours of sleep over here. Last time I got this much sleep, I was in Vegas. It was 1971. I was playing blackjack for 16 hours straight. I was on my 375 hand of that hour. All right? We played about 400 hands an hour. And, you know, as we were getting through, there was split. I looked at the eye of the dealer, and I knew. He liked me. I think he winked at me. He knew he had a bust, you know. But he asked for the insurance. I said, no way, baby, no way. You know what I'm saying? What did I do? I flipped the 10s, huh? What did I do? I split them. He said, you got 20, kid. I said, yeah, split the 10s. He said, you can't do stuff like that here. I said, I'm doing whatever I want, baby. You can't stop me. I flipped the 10s. Double aces, baby. Double aces. I walked out of there like a boss. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. So look. Don't split the 10s, baby, huh? I split them, baby. I split them. So look. Bitcoin on the 7-minute, right? Coming all the way up here to what? 19,090, okay? 19,090 could be the move, all right? And it's not a huge move at all, but that's what we're hoping for here. And, you know, BOOKMAP could corroborate the short squeeze that we're looking at. And why is it the 7-minute? Sometimes it just has to be. I asked the cabbie to take me somewhere for a good time. He took me to my house. Oh, man. That's so wrong. Oh man, it's so wrong when you really think about it. Like, why was, oh man, it's like, oh man. My wife, we're happy for 20 years, then we met. Stop. My wife and me were happy for 20 years, huh? Then we met each other. Oh my gosh. So look, Bitcoin's in a flag in the 7-minute. Can we get above the 200 simple? It's going to be a bit of a move. I'm more bullish on Ethereum Classic recovering. Hey, anything could happen. That thing was pumping hard. Beginner's course is worth it. Learned so much and now applying it today in the stream. Dude, I love hearing this type of stuff. Like, this is what I want to hear. Like, this is where the magic happens, baby. When people come back to the live and really get in the knowledge. Like, that's when people change their life. I'm telling you right now. And they feel the difference from being in the stream before and being in the stream now, you know, and they feel, you know, ready to go. Look at this boom here. Now we broke above the simple. Good thing. Now, can we continue to get up to my next resistance? Bitcoin pumping. I believe it can with this nice little curve in the stochastics. You wouldn't believe. Look, MACD also corroborating the journey. Okay. 7-minute time frame is my go-to for just the special sauce, the unknowns. At the unlock, the interlocking. Okay. Not many people use it, so it's like a bit of an anomalic, if that anomalitic, is that how we would say it? But it's a bit of an anomaly, and it works pretty nice, especially because the masses don't use it except for us lifers. So look, there's the flag, there's the pump. Can we continue to the upside? We just come up and we start showing you the move, man. Here you go, baby. And that's scalp trading 101 there. You know, we're going to look at something else here that could be affecting the price. My baby, my sweetheart, my love of loves, FLUX. All right. I talked about FLUX back at 60. It's at 125. I've been talking about it for a long time. I don't know if you can search my tweets on FLUX, but remember when I first started talking, I said, man, they got 100 million locked up. This thing's going to continue to bang. I said, I don't know about you, but when you take the supply away, it's likely you're going to see a bit of a pump. And that's exactly what we saw for FLUX. So FLUX for gains, baby. FLUX for gains. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, also looking pretty sweet too. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you. You know what? Hit the like button for yourself for showing up. Hit the like button for love and life. Hit the like button just because it's a beautiful thing to do for me, for you, for everybody in the world. Because I am you, you are me. One day in another life, you might be me. You never know. Who knows? You might be hitting the like button for yourself internally. In a way, we're all one atom moving through space and time. There's a thought, there's one atom theory, that every one of us is the same atom moving at the speed of light. Just so fast that it's connecting everywhere at once. The one atom theory. Insanity, right? But if that is true, you or me, I am you. And honestly, even if that isn't true, you or me and I am you. And we are together because we're all created here in this universe. Together, we're in some type of reality. We're sharing a reality together in some way, shape, or form, whether it's my virtual reality that you're in, your virtual reality that I'm in, and intertwining our souls and lives together. I can't tell you exactly what it is. You know, I sit and think yesterday, are we in a simulation? Like, as the bus rolled by, I'm like, I mean, they would make it feel just like a bus. It would smell just like the air. You wouldn't know the difference if we did it right. I was like, did I just go into some amusement park? Am I sitting somewhere? You know? But also, maybe, maybe not. You know? And then at the same time, I don't know. I keep waking up every day and the same story happens. And also, that's the weirdest thing, too, about sleep. Going to bed every night. Sometimes it just baffles me. Like, why do I have to go to sleep every night? And what happens during the night, really? Like, where am I really going in the 8 hours when I'm just, you know, it's like my body is resting. And why does my body eventually just, like, it's just, the whole concept bugs me out. You know what I'm saying? You go into the Taurus. That's why. Oh, here comes Anku with Bootsy. So FLUX has been beautiful. I'm looking for FLUX to basically come down to the bottom of this pattern, possibly. Now, there's a chance it's making two patterns. I do the Twisted Sister. Could it be doing something like this and on its way out? You know what I mean? You never know. Maybe even making a bit of, like, you know. So I'd like to see it get rejected. I don't know, just, you know, because it would play into my theory. And I'd like to be getting it here with this high volume node acting as support. I would then like to trade it up to the next high volume node for gains. And that is my next plan. I believe FLUX is the most likely coin to pump. And, you know, again, This is my special sauce, and this is just things that I'm thinking about in my brain. Personal therapy, get happy, start therapy. Wow. Now won't fall asleep, man. Thinking for all that you've said, right? They didn't think we were a speck of dust on this planet compared to the universe. No, I've actually had like every once in a few times in my life, I've had like, it felt like an anxiety attack, but I sat there and I was like, wait, like I'm going to like if I believe I'm an unending being, then I'm going to pass away and go into some other thing. And then that's going to never end and never end. And I'm like, but it's never going to end. I'm like, and then I was like, so then I'm just going to, so then I'm like, all right, it's the other way. You just pass away and nothing. And it just, and I was like, so then I'm just, that's it. They never hear about me again. I never experience anything again. And I'm just blackness. And I'm like, whoa. And then I go back. I'm like, no, then I'm an infinite being then. And I go through space and time, you know? And I'm like, well, then I'm an infinite being. Then it's never going to end. And I'm just always going to be in it. I was like, but you're always going to be in it wondering when it's going to end. I'm like, but that's insane. And I was like, whoa. And then like, I would infinitize that thought and just be like, what do you mean? It's never going to end. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be in this space forever. What do you mean? Like, and I was like, even when I'm in my next life, I'll be thinking about when will it end then? And I said, man, you can't think about it now because you don't understand time and space now. And I said, your young mind will crack. And I was like, whoa. And I had to come back and get out of that. You know what I mean? But that can, I hate when I get this. This guy throws out the mushrooms, man. No, but that's like, you know, these are just the thoughts that we go through in life. You know what I mean? Shout out to Stack, make change in the game. Diamonds, baby, diamonds. He goes, stop. He goes, stop, man. He couldn't handle it, man. He was like, dude, I can't take it. There should be a year-end mortgage of greatest lifer moments, including gains, intimate moments, and hilariousnesses. You know, man. I stopped, man. Jeez. Your new website is perfect, professional, clean, and functional. So easy to navigate. Wow, thank you for saying that. That's amazing. It was up, but I don't know if it's up again. My team, I should know what's going on, right? Yeah, it's down now for a while. I don't know what's going on. But thank you. Some people got to see it at the beginning. No, now, here, and nowhere. Just a little spacing. Isn't that funny? Now, here, and nowhere. Just a little spacing, right? And I'll leave you in the I'll leave you in the middle of nowhere like the letter H. I love that line. I'll leave you in the middle of nowhere like the letter H. It's like, what? Yeah, exactly. You know? So check So looking for Flux to come back down for a possible move. It's a nice 20. And look at that, 20.22. It's the 222, baby. Shout out to the Super Chats. Thank you so much for the love. $13 in Super Chats. Shout out to the likes. 1334, 634. We got a 300 difference here. 633 on the 33 right when I talk about it. Every time. Is it not always on the 33 when I touch things? You guys can attest to it. You guys are like, anyone that watches the channel can be like, man, it does happen a lot whenever this man discusses what's going down, right? So let's take a look here on this idea. I'm going to say goodbye-bye. I look better when I'm tired, right? Hey. So look, we're looking at BOOKMAP right here. And I just want to be all involved, okay? I don't want to leave any heat map unturned here. Ooh, what was that? That was BOOKMAP disappearing. Bear with the man, with the plan, with the master plan. So check it out. We're going to take a look here at the order book. And it's going to tell us if there's a hope, a climb of possibly up to the areas that we hope in 19,200. You know what? Some corroboration. There's more liquidity up here right now. It could change in any moment. Right now, there's more liquidity up here than there is down here. This is an interesting concept. This is a good sign. So can we begin to crawl up and short squeeze some people? You're going to get the latecomers that begin to short now. There's always the people that jump on to a red candle, right? And they're like, oh, I'll just do it now because that's the right thing to do. Now, anything is possible, and we're going to keep it locked and loaded in the 7-minute, and that's going to give us our signal. See, beginner traders think that you could just jump in whenever you want, and it's going to work out. And if you do that, you have just a probability. You're just playing more. You have to wait you have to basically know what probability is, set it up, and then wait for it. And then if you get it, you have to take it for what it is. You know what I mean? We need to get Lifer an ADA handle so you're on the blockchain for life, man. Shout out to my dude, Stanford Mindco LLC. Thank you. I have a ETH address, whatever that thing is. You know what I mean? I got one of those. Same as Stack McChain, sending good vibes your way, my brother, from another mother. Shout out to David Kendall, CNC Ireland. Everybody here on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. We love you. Shout out to Crypto Koala. Good day, mate. Good day, Koala. Sorry about the computer issue, brother. Shout out to Spiro. Hey, it is what it is, man. It's cool. I'll figure it out. You know, I should have slowed down. I'm always so quick to get it done. You know what I mean? And that's the good lesson. Anyone out there, you know, you bring something home, you're ready to go. Hey, you bring, you know, you're getting into a trading group. Everything's exciting. So look, more liquidity up here than down here. Do we come down and scoop first? 18,600 before we launch? Possible, but it's more likely we head to the upside. Even though we're bending down, it's more likely this is our last. This is like a dog eating out of the bowl, and eventually he's going to go and find some water and, you know, to help eat up his meal. He's eating right now, though. For sure, he's eating. You can see right now they are filling these orders. They're slaughtering. People are getting, you know, people are buying up right now. Buy. And they're not shorting many people yet, not liquidating yet. Look, he's in there eating. There's not a lot of liquidity down here. There's a little more up here. There is this bar forming. This little hump over here. So this is Bookmap, everybody. I'm going to come back to the screen. I know you miss me. It was tough, right? It was tough without me, huh? It wasn't easy. I know. It's okay. It's okay. Come here. Let's have a hug. Let's hug it out. It's all right. It's all right. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm here for you. Don't worry. Okay. All right. I know you feel better now, all right? I feel better. You feel better? Okay. We can move on. It's getting funky tonight. It's getting weird in here today. It's getting a little weird. Promised myself I wouldn't cry. I love that. So anyway, shout out to everybody here. We love you more than you would ever know. And you're all beautiful people. And I couldn't do this job without each and every one of you showing up each and every day. So thank you. No, I'm not on my new computer. Ja Soleil, man. We love you, dude. It's been so long, man. I love you, man. Wow. Since the beginning. Lifer, you're in rare form today, bro. Thanks for showing up every day. Shout out to Bison9 in the house. Lifer, you're one incredible human. You're the definition of inspirational. Shout out to Taylor Tortorella, man. No, you're the definition of love. Man, you people are too good to me. All right? You people are too good to me. Sam, in the 99 group, I want to join the beginner course. You're the man, dude. Email cryptolifers@gmail.com. You could pay with cryptocurrency. Do whatever you got to do. Pay with PayPal as well. So, there's a chance that we do pump up with little Bitcoin excitement. That's okay. Do we come down and bounce here? And then I can snatch it there too. So I'm looking for either of those places for a bit of an entry. Okay. This would be highly ideal though, if I could snatch Flux down there at 114. You know, pending a huge Bitcoin dump that doesn't happen. You know, I'm looking at these are all, and that's another thing. Everything in trading is just like war. You set up your troops and you're like, okay, when they come to the flank, we're going to go here, we're going to go on the ground. But like the second you get a note, you know, sergeant, you know, you thought they were over here, but like they're coming on the ground now. Like we completely missed it. Like, and you're like, pull back. And that's just like your capital. Like you make this plan and you're like, we're ready to go. Troops are ready to go. We got this. This is my plan. I'm going to make all this money. I'm going to get in and I'm going to get out. And then Bitcoin loses a severe resistance. You know, the altcoins are going to fall and you're like, pull back. And you close the trade, you know, or you get stopped out. Pull back. It's time to pull back, you know. Lick your wounds, cover your losses, see where you're at. You know what I mean? So just remember, whenever anyone shows you anything in trading, it's always a proposed idea, you know. Now, you just hope that person does this a lot. And so hopefully most of their proposed ideas make some sense to you and what you're looking at. And that's the idea, right? And then you got to then put your special sauce on there. You know, you came into my house, you liked my tomato sauce, but when you go home, and I gave you some tomato sauce, you went home with it, but once you ate all the tomato sauce, you have to make your own sauce now, right? You know what I mean? And so I can teach you, but it takes a few times. So you come back and we keep mixing it, and we put in some oregano, and we put in the garlic, and but you forgot the basil. You know what I mean? So I'll teach you how to make some special sauce for yourself. So when you go home, you can eat good. You know what I mean? You can eat good in retrospect, all right? Let's get back into a little bit of Bitcoin action. How is it doing? Okay, so it pumped up. Almost made it halfway to the target there. 18,968 now is the move. All right. Remember, we could extend this to a little bit. Now you got a little bit of bearish divergence starting to form. This is flattening out. That's pushing up. Telling you that you may be getting a little extended now. Okay. And see how easily we can just continue. And you're like, oh, but you changed the pattern. But you always got to change the pattern. Could you bullishly retest here? That's a possibility. The 5-minute would usually be bouncing off the bottom, not at the top. You know what I mean? A little bit of bearish divergence here on the 5-minute as well. Don't you dare forget the basil. Shout out to Roddy. I know. Dude, if you don't put basil on my spaghetti, on my chicken parm, if you don't put... Dude, I keep frozen basil in the freezer. And then I take it out and I sprinkle it in there. No. But no, seriously. We had the perfect thing. We used to slice the garlic so thin. You know what I'm saying? In prison. We had the best sauce in the prison, man. But, Rodney Robinson. The English Italian. Where's the basil over here? I slap you sideways, you don't get my basil in there. No, nah. Don't. We would never slap anyone sideways, everybody. These are completely funny jokes from movies and just entertaining ideas, all right? We do not condone anything of that nature at all, okay? It's not even funny. I shouldn't have said it, all right? I was a movie, and I like the movie, and it's a good movie, and, you know, it's a movie. And anyway, usually I just say something funny like, I saw a bird the other day. He had no legs. It works, see? So, look. I was walking with my buddy the other day, and we were both quiet for a while, and we were just walking down the street, and I was like, it was quiet, like this. It was just like, I'm like, he's like, just keep walking. I'm like, so I go, I was just thinking of something to say just to fill the space. And I said, there it is. It was so stupid, but. All right, so look, Bitcoin gets all the way up here to 19,148. Could be a measured move out of this little move here. All right. You could call this a shoulder. You call this a bit of a head, right shoulder. Get frisky with it. You know what I mean? There's a chance this squeeze can continue. We got the liquidity. We got the order book up here. We're flatlining now at 18,900. Can we get up to the 19,200 region? And again, all I'm looking for is for Bitcoin to get back up above 19K here. You see what I'm saying? That's it. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Just a little bit of a move here. Just dig us out of this bigger resistance here. This notch and this notch are going to be our big areas. That's why they're labeled here nicely. Okay? Come to the channel here every single day. Stop in, say what up, and get the best technical analysis live as Bitcoin is forming exactly the shape, or, you know, find out exactly where we stand, where we're at, what's happening to Bitcoin live. Like, this is like watching Thursday night football for Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So if you love your Bitcoin, if you love your updates, if you like it this way, then come on back every single day and keep on coming, because we love you and we appreciate you and we want you to do good and we want you to be educated and we want you to have fun. Okay? So we're going to make you feel good. We're going to keep you motivated, and we're going to keep you moving every single day. Look, what is a Bitcoin pair? We started the live stream. Can I get the likes up to 500? If I get the likes to 500, I'm going to talk about some Bitcoin pairs. I'm going to give you one of my favorite, biggest Bitcoin pair trade I ever made in my life. We're going to break it down. I'm going to show you how I did it. Wouldn't you want to see how I made a pretty coin off of a coin using a Bitcoin pair? Wouldn't you want to know? If someone told me that, the guy had been trading 15 years, 5 years in the market, I flipped onto the channel and he's like, listen, I'll show you how to use this certain different type of trading pair, and I'm going to teach you how I actually used it in real time. And I'm going to show you where I was able to get in and get out, you know, based off of oscillators and indicators, and give away a special sauce. I would freak out and I'd be slamming. I would run to my computer. I would hit the like button until my hand broke and I needed to get a splint, and, you know, I needed to contact the channel and get a splint and an ice pack for my hand, because I said I injured my hand hitting that like button. You know what I mean? So let's get it moving, everybody. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 690 people on our way up. Let's keep it pumping. We got 800 people in the trading group. Let's keep it pumping all the way, baby, all the way. So look, we're waiting for this possible inverted head and shoulder to break up. Again, very shifty, very shifty. At the end of the day, we have resistance, right? At 18,969 right there, where we just kind of were unable to get above. So now you're sitting at some resistance there. Okay. And again, we've been tracking the 7 minutes since it was here. We did get a bit of a pump to the upside, right? We did get a bit of a pump to the upside. Everyone, keep hitting that like button. You're changing lives. If we get to 500 likes, I'm going to show you how to use Bitcoin pairs. I'm going to teach you how I did an amazing job trading a certain coin that I absolutely love. We're going to break it down. Look at the average watch time, 12:33. It disappeared, but it was there. It was there. It was there. I'm telling you, I saw it. So anyway, we're going to get into the Bitcoin pairs in a second. We got to get to the 500 likes, though. We got 60 more people. They'll do the right thing, and when they do, we'll get into that. So I know they will. We'll keep that ready at any moment. Let's take a look at the show here. Let's take a look at the dollar index, all right? The dollar index. We need that not to continue to pump, all right? Super important that this dumps to the downside. Okay, so look. We talked about this over and over and over again. I brought it up. I said, listen, this is bearish divergence. You know what I mean? And again, you had bearish divergence right here for like a fifth time. You had swing to the upside here, but here you swing to the downside. You know what I mean? And of course, all right. I know the beat will drop though. And when it drops, it's so much worth it. Will it though? Yeah. I do like this part. So swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. Bearish divergence, even caught by my indicators. Stochastics RSI with divergences. Caught the bearish divergence. Right there, clean as day. So we're watching the dollar index, and we've been talking about it. Now, it did get higher than the previous high. It broke it, in my humble opinion. It broke through the high. Not a good sign. My green level was a big deal. Okay? We look at it on the daily time frame, and this bigger idea here, is that, see, it's in this rising wedge channel. I want to see it break back to the bottom of the channel. It's very overbought at 110.18. Now, the thing about this is very overbought here at 110.18. All right? You got to give us something back on the dollar now. You know? You can't take it all, dollar. You got to give us something back to the downside. So, like, we're expecting some type of move here. Back to the downside. Then I want to see it break here and dump. Come on now. It almost did it here. Bearish retest. And then it got back in the pattern and made some. And it got love. And then it had the double top, which I wanted it to break. And it did. But look. This is a swing. That's a swing. That's an uptrend. Clear as day. Right? And that could be the top of the pattern at 111.43. Maybe the bottom there for Bitcoin when we finally get to the top. But again, here is a swing to the downside. Do you see that? But there's a swing to the upside, and that is bullish. That's bearish divergence on the dollar. So it keeps just here. It dumped on the bearish dip, but then it recovered off of the previous resistance. So it's got to break. It's got to make a lower low. We got to see the dollar down here. It's got to break trend. So low, high, and this is trend analysis. You have a high, low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Puts in a higher low. It's in an uptrend, and that's not a good sign for BTC. So we don't want to see the dollar index put in a trend. That's trend analysis. Who here understands what trend analysis is? Who just knows what it is but doesn't really know how to use it? And who here says they know, but deep down inside, they truly like say it, but just say it. And they're just like, yeah. Because I used to be like, yeah, trend analysis. But I was like, I don't know what the heck. Like, or I knew what it was and I could explain it, but still didn't know how to use it. You know what I mean? Hey, Lifer, I love that picture opener for the live today. Great art, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I want to scoop up cheap alts, but for safety, I went into Bitcoin. Now alts still outperform. Stay in Bitcoin or USDT. Looking for Link and VeChain. Thanks, legend. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, and I never will. Right? Right now, all I do is DCA into BTC, and I swing trade some altcoins. There's really nothing else that I'm doing at the present moment, you know? FLUX, to me, is something that I'm beginning to build a bag on because it just looks like there could be some gains there because so many people are locking up the coins. right? So FLUX is the only really, Kadena might have a little bit more strength. And, there's some, and I like some gaming coins too, but they haven't shown me the strength that I really thought they would, honestly. They just they're good to swing trade really every couple of weeks up and down as they move, For a deep diver TA and support the stream, send in a super chat, said CNC Ireland, one of my moderators. Thank you so much for a TA and deep dive. Support the stream. Lifer gives his knowledge 7 days a week to build and teach the Lifer family worldwide. Shout out to everybody here. Yo, Sam, you might have mentioned it, but what are your thoughts on the Binance removing USDC? No, I haven't mentioned it, honestly. I find it a bit shocking. When I first saw it, I was like, that's a bit shocking. USDC, like we get USDC to that exact account. So I find that shocking. I'm like, whoa, that's weird. What does 593 mean? I don't know. What does it mean to you? So the idea is this. I mean, to take away the USDC peg, I mean, another thing though, Binance has always been pretty cutthroat. And you know what? Maybe they saw some dealings behind the scenes that they weren't happy about. Maybe there was something about that company that, did something that stopped them from doing something, or said something somewhere, or made it harder for regulations, or, and they said, you know what? We can control our BUSD. We can handle that. We can go whatever we got to do. We'll go to war for that, but we're not going to go to war for USDC. And so they decided, you know what? And another thing, if they take away USDC, then how many more people will trade BUSD? And if people trade more BUSD, then it'll become a bigger block stablecoin. So they were like, you know what? We've made our moves. We've created Binance. We've solidified ourselves through multiple bear markets. We are here to stay. We're spanning multiple contents with multiple different sections and basically I don't know, like little chapters, really, Binance chapters throughout the world. The idea behind it is Binance, they grew that. That's them. And why would they want to share that love? So they don't have to give that liquidity to USDC. They're like, you know what? We built this city. We're going to benefit with our own stable. So, I mean, I kind of like the idea. It's like the same reason why I don't really promote a lot of other things in this channel besides things that I truly believe in, because when it comes down to it, I might as well just promote myself and my own things that I truly believe in. You know what I mean? So Binance is like, hey, we believe in ourselves. We want to use our Binance coin. We don't want USDC. So that was interesting to me. You know what I mean? Will it not be? Will be in and out. Get ready. Shout out to Gina Bombina in the house. Shout out to all the awesome people. Shout out to Mark Whitfield. Shout out to ENS. Binance only wants BUSD, baby. I actually secretly love it too. Using it all around the markets, moving it around from smart chain back and forth. I want to scoop up cheap alts, but for safety, I went into Bitcoin. Now alts outperform. Well, we're going to take a look at ETHBTC as well. So look, we need this dollar, as I've been saying before. When we here on the daily, we're now double topped in the daily. We got the bearish divergence, and we're high on the stochastics and high on the MACD, and you're in a rising wedge. This is where I would be personally taking profits if I was in an altcoin. So if this is where I would take profits in an altcoin, then this is where I have to really, really consider that the dollar has to make some bit of a pullback. But, nothing has to do anything. Remember that? Oh, my coin, no. You know what I mean? Never get into that. But, there's a probability here that we have to get some type of pullback for the dollar index. So we're looking at it strongly. We need it. Will it ever happen is the question. Fell back here, got the bearish resistance here. That's what we're looking for. We want it to fall back, get bearish resistance, and dump to the downside. So I'm painting a beautiful picture. Can it fill in the blank? Connect the dots like paint by dots. So that's a dollar index, something we need to look at every single day. ETH Bitcoin, all right? I had it up at the beginning of the stream, as you noticed, possibly getting overbought on the daily. Curving here on the RSI, showing some bearish divergence too. Swing up to swing up with swing down here. MACD getting a little extended or lack of extension there too. Lack of bullish momentum. So chance we see some trouble here for ETHBTC. Okay. Hit the first target. Could it break out length of this pole eventually? There's a chance. You never know. All right. Just going to zoom in here to look at what we're seeing. So we talked about a possible break to the upside, and we nailed it. This thing actually boomed up even further than the target. Then look, previous resistance becomes new support. We broke above it. Bounce, bounce. So ETHBTC is holding support. All right. in some shape or fashion here. And now, if we look at it here, look, it could be considered in this bigger channel at the bottom of it as well. So 4-hour time frame, or the 45. Funny, I got tricked by my own time frame. 1 hour still pushing to the upside, so that's pretty good for ETHBTC. Bouncing at the bottom of this trend line. I'm gonna delete everything. Look at it again, fresh on the weekly. Even weekly is pretty extended. Like, it's beat up on Bitcoin pretty well for a while. You know what I mean? So we want to look at the big picture. Looks a lot like Bitcoin did in 2000. You remember, like 2000, after like it rallied up to 20K, came back down, had its bear, came back up to that 14,000, and then crashed again. It's interesting. It's weird how a lot of coins resemble Bitcoin's rally, like that 4 or 5 year rally period. You'll see it a lot later on. You'll start seeing it more and more. So weekly may have to come back down to challenge the bottom of this pattern. But it is telling us over the long term, looks like ETHBTC is going to get ready for some type of big move here against Bitcoin. Could actually algorithmically take the length of the wick to wicks here, and that would be the bigger move. So you'd be looking at something like this for ETHBTC. But again, the weekly has to kind of cool off and curl down, in my humble opinion. 2 week is also spent too, and that's the first time I've seen a coin that high on the 2 week chart. So big boy time frames tell you to, like, to cool off a little bit. The daily also saying that we may cool off a little bit. Remember, bearish divergence. This is swinging down. This is swinging up. All right, you're at the top of a channel. Highly likely at the top of a pattern with bearish divergence, you're headed down at least to some type of support region here or here. Why are we doing ETHBTC? Because ETHBTC is the leading indicator of the altcoins with Bitcoin, and it's just going to kind of give you a little bit of a soft landing if you can figure out what's going on. Get it, solid? If you can figure out what's going on, though, you know what I mean, beforehand, so you don't get rocked and wrecked if you're trading alts too hard. Gina's like Google, everything I'm searching for. Gina is like Google, everything I'm searching for. Can we short Ocean USDT? Oh my God, that was smooth, right? Relaxing reality escape. She's that easy. That's all you have to tell. That's all you have to do. You guys are funny, man. Can you talk about stochastics whiteboard discussed on your Discord? Can you talk about the stochastics whiteboard discussed on your Discord? This dude just whipped out a line. I think he Googled that line. I'm just joking around. Get it? Hey. Can you talk about the stochastics whiteboard discussed on your Discord? No, I can't, honestly. Appreciate you, though. I was wondering what your thoughts on ATR, average true range indicator. Does it work with your special sauce? You know, it's funny. I don't use it as much, but my buddy has brought it in, and I look at it a lot. So, honestly, it does work pretty nice, and a lot of times it aligns with another area of the VRVP, so VPVR. So, you'd find they align pretty well, and it's quite interesting how they do that, too. Yeah. So, super smooth that was. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. Man, see, I didn't mean to offend anybody. I feel like I may have, but I did not mean to. You know what I mean? Hey, yo. I've been here for days, man. I get a hi from you, please. Big fan here. Shout out to the Gambit SG, right? The Gambit SG. You're the man, dude. Thank you so much for caring so much about the channel. We love you. We love you so much. Gambit SG. And this is about Bitcoin, everybody. And this is about, we talk about stock market, the Dow Jones Industrial, the dollar index, Bitcoin, how it's affecting the world markets. Is Bitcoin a hedge against inflation, recession, all these things that are coming at you every single day? This is what this channel really tries to tackle. The need in the ups and downs for the everyday person, what they're going through, how to battle inflation. Is there a trading style you can use to kind of make some gains against inflation? That's the key. When inflation heats up and hurts you, that's when trading can really take care of your life. You look back on all the big gains you've had and you're like, wow, well, I made those gains. Like all the Bitcoins I bought down at 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, still paying me and still beating inflation. You know what I mean? You're one of the best on YouTube, Lifer. Only one of the few that keep it real. Thank you so much, Relaxing Reality Escape. You must have a beautiful, relaxing reality escape. I would love to come check it out. Bitcoin is internet fairy money. Of course it is. Who told you anything different? Should I sell my ETH? I'm down a couple hundred. I would never tell you what to do. That is an answer for yourself and yourself only. That's like, should you wake up in the morning? You know what I mean? Like, these are questions that only you can answer. Whether you can leave a trade is like, what are you going to eat for dinner? What are you going to eat today? Do you want me to tell you what to eat today too? You know what I mean? So, and I'm not being rude. I'm just saying, right? Well, maybe some people would say that was rude. I wasn't trying to be rude. Look at these people with attitudes. So look, we are making a bit of a flag here now on ETH on the daily. But remember, that daily is going to have to kind of loop and punch on up. It's going to be up to the 4-hour to kind of get us out of the zone. Can the 4-hour break ETH out? That is the question here. Bit of a shoulder head and a shoulder there for Ethereum, said Jason Caspa. Said a man called Jason Kasparium. So look at this. Mr. Casper, if that is your real name. Shout out to Jason. If anyone reaches out to Jason, tell him I love him and I'm rooting for him. Okay? Tell him I'm rooting for him and I think he can score the touchdown. All right? Just let him know that Lifer thinks he will definitely score a touchdown this week. All right? And he should definitely go for 2. If he thinks about it, he should definitely go for 2. All right? If anyone gets to his stream, let him know that the Lifer loves him. All right, so check it out. There's a chance this does break out here low on the 4-hour time frame. Okay? Getting tight in the channel, double bottoming possibly here too. Right? This would then have to flip the daily chart. Okay? And a bit of a, shoulder, a bit of a head and a right shoulder could possibly be forming too. Could give us some love to the upside. So something to think about for ETH. Could ETH get a bit of a punch up? Lack of bearish momentum here is that is very small in the histogram. Giving us a bit of signs of hope. Not too much though, as you do have a high volume node that you must get back above in order to remain bullish. But you get above this, boom, you will pump easily up to this zone because you're going to blast through the liquidity areas. And so, yeah. So ETH could get right back up to that 2090 area, up 33.69%. Isn't that funny? 33.69. 2 interesting numbers. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, no, but next week catch me on the actual show though, the day show. Next week I will be on the day show on BitBoy, chatting it up with BitBoy, or if he's there, he may be on vacation. You never know, but he may be around. So shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on. Yeah. Good morning. Hope your day is going well. Shout out to Paul Metal, Mick. We love you. Sam, watch the Bitcoin daily line chart. Bullish div. I don't know what the daily line chart is, man. You know what I mean? This is interesting. If you look at ETH2 here, you got this swing up to swing up. All right. This is kind of a flat or swing down. That is some hidden bullish divergence. You did have this shoulder, head, and shoulder that didn't dump as hard as it could have, but it also looks like a complex inverted head and shoulder. See this? It's like a complex. I mean, it's a complex head and shoulder. Forgive me, please. It's a head and shoulder. It's not inverted. This is an inverted head and shoulder. How do you invert the chart? Like I did really fast. Hit Alt-I or Option-I on a PC to change the game. Okay? Help yourself see through the light. I was on yesterday's class. It was amazing. Thanks so much. If you've never seen it, you should check out Tesla's 369 theory, Unlocking the Universe. It's amazing. Oh, yeah, I'm all about it. Thank you, man. Shout out to everybody here. Send in your super chats for a deep dive or TA. Support the stream. Lifer and his knowledge 7 days a week to build TA and the Lifer family worldwide. Shout out to everybody here. And when you live in positivity and love, you only listen and hear positivity and love. When negative things they flow. You can't. They're almost. You don't even want to use the word negative. You don't even know what it means anymore. You live in a state of complete bliss and happiness and abundance, and you don't need to live in anything else. Like you see the world in beautiful colors. Now you have to always be wary of the dark because the dark can get to you. I don't mean put your guard down, but just You know what I mean? Just like live and let live, live and light. Don't let the dark inside of you. Know that the dark exists, but don't let it inside of you. Can this 7-minute do something? It's trying to do damage. Look, it's got a little bit of a cup and handle here too. Sammy cup and handle to the upside. Yes. Lifer, the stubby train of $60. What time does it start? Lifer, the study training of $60. What time does it start? It's every Tuesday from 3 to 5, baby. Every single Tuesday. And I think I actually got the right flyer these days. Took a while, but I think we actually got the right flyer these days. And look at this. Every Tuesday from 3 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. And it's $99 if you're not in the trading group. If you're in the trading group, we're giving you a 40% discount, basically, maybe a 39.99 or whatever, but you can join it for 60 beans, $60. Jump into the class today, and that does give me a bit of a price cut. And at the point, I was like, you know what? But at the end of the day, I said my journey is to teach. More people will be taught if I lower the price, because I want people to say, hey, get on in there. Listen, it took me 4 years to figure this stuff out, all right? 4 years. It's going to take you, it could take you around the same, if not, hopefully 2. I want to accelerate it for you. And the Bitcoin halving is coming in 2024. Less than 2 years away, in May of 2024. We're already coming through the horn here of the summer. So, as we just continue to grind through on our way to the next level here, it's going to take some time to get educated, to understand Bitcoin, to understand dominance, to understand what's going on with crypto. And it's a learning curve that you would like to start curving now, you know what I mean? So it's not as curved in the end, So that's just why I want to offer the class to as many people as possible, all right? You understand what the dollar index is, ETHBTC, why we look at ES1 and the S&P mini futures, and like so many other things that'll blow your mind, all right? How I'm using the alert system and figuring out where price action is going to go, how I juxtapose positions on top of all the oscillators that I use, how I use support or resistance, Fibonacci, in conjunction with the VRVP and the volume profile range, in conjunction with the order book and BOOKMAP. I mean, it is limitless what I can teach you. It goes on and on. You see it here every day. I could just I could stay on one thing for the rest of the show. We could go all around. Get an education. That is how you'll change your life. I'm all about changing your life through education. You empower yourself when you gain knowledge that other people don't have. It's as simple as that. Okay? And you want to find knowledge that a lot of people don't have throughout the world that's very, very limited. How many people know what bearish divergence is in the entire world? What percentage of people, we're going to ask the chat right now. Oh no, let's ask Twitter. Let's ask Twitter. This is an interesting concept. What percentage of the world knows what bullish or bearish divergences? I know you like the key typing. You love the sound of the key typing. You know you do. And I have one of those awesome, like old school, like feel keyboards, the gaming ones. What percentage of the world knows what bullish or bearish divergence is? 1%? 10%? 0.00001%? Know what the masses don't. Or what do you think? What percentage? And I just put a Bitcoin there because why not? That'll just help it kind of flow with the flow, What percentage of the world knows what bullish or bearish divergence is? 1%, 10%, 0.00001? What do you think? Tweet. I'm interested to know. Let me know. And we'll look at this at the end of the session today, and we'll take a look at what you beautiful people said, and we'll kind of get a bit of a feel here. So let me know. Okay. All right. And we got that Twitter out there. You refine my skills, and I can't thank you enough. God bless you. Shout out to Jay and On. I love you, man. Appreciate you. I didn't know divergence before you. We have the same trading style as I learned from the trading channel. How to trade Forex. When I came to crypto land, it was another ball game. I love that. People said 0033.001. Can you look at PAX G? Interesting. Super chats. ETC Gens, can you go over putting support and resistance lines on the chart? You know what? What a nice person asked that. I would say embrace the dark and lock it in your heart and know when to let it out to protect you and those around you. I love you, man. You're so awesome, man. You are insane. Embrace the dark and keep it in your heart for when you need it to slice through the demons and eat the meat. You know, you got to be a survivor of life. Push through every single day, baby. Don't let them get you. Don't let them get you. That's what my dad always said. Don't let them get you, Sammy. Don't let them get you. They're going to try to get you, but never let them get you. Sam is changing lives every single day, every minute of the day. Such an amazing teacher. We're also blessed. Paul Nick, man, you're awesome. Thank you. I am so humbled. I feel, some days I feel I don't deserve such praise. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. ARPA. Interesting little coin that I like to play, gets a little play here and there. It's consolidating. So it's doing some dating. It's seeing people. You know what I mean? It's seeing people. It's consolidating a little bit. Shout out to Jason Malik. What's going on, life? We're back from my hiatus. Time to get to work, man. It's been a while, Jason. Hope you're doing well, man. Love you. Hope everything's going well with you and yours. So nice for you to hop on in and send in some super chats. It's nice to know that we have this beautiful community, and it will always be here for you, Jason. It'll always be here for you, man. And we love you. And I'll never forget you, man. You and your daughter, man, right? If I'm correct. And I hope everything's going well with you and yours. You know you're not alone in the dark if you smell a strangers, this guy. I didn't know about the div, but I did know there were a B, C till you talked about it. Interesting. Lifer, outside of the numbers and statistics, why isn't CRO value near other exchange tokens? Because they did that horrible thing where they took away all that, all that ability to give you, they took away your earnings. And I thought they were just weird about it. I don't know. Pretty strange to me. So this could possibly happen. Market's looking really strange to me, though. Market's looking really strange. Possibly 9%. Everyone's on edge now after the Bitcoin move. We're back to where we were the other day, kind of in waiting. You know what I mean? I'll say the other day how funny it is. Shout out to Crypto Love. I love to watch. I attempted to watch him, but you never can on this. Anyway, but here's the deal. I always say that just watching my channel will teach you kind of what's happening, right? So look, you go back. Crucial move needed. We didn't get, and I kept talking about what it was, breaking above 20,500. I was dancing like a monkey. Anyway, passive, recession grows, right? Huge jump now. Lower lows. Are we getting lower lows? So you're like, lifer's a little bearish. You know what I mean? Watch out. Bitcoin hanging on a ledge. Battle for 20K. This is it. And then look, Bitcoin is about to have a huge move. Bitcoin 2 hours later had the huge dump of its life. How did I know that? I can teach you all these things, how I figured out why Bitcoin was likely to have a bit of a huge move. I can show you so much of this stuff and break it down for you, nice and simply put. And look, just even my thumbs, I'm trying to lead you, trying to teach you, trying to say a little something. You know what I mean? I only put huge move coming when there's a huge move coming. 2 weeks ago, we had a huge move. You see that? Wow, that's a nice time. Anyway, so the idea is, look good with the gray. I mean, what am I going to say? So ARPA looks pretty nice, right? It's inside of a nice, beautiful channel here. Could get tighter. Wait for it to come on down on the 15-minute, and it could even dump to the downside and make a Bart Simpson. Might see it all the way down here. Always use a stop loss. Anything is possible. I'll look for the 7-minute to see if it's low and bending. It is. That suggests we may stay in the channel, right? So there could be a possible scalp here, forming a bit of a channel. But always be careful. And always have a stop loss. Le stop de los. Stop the loss of blood. You know what I mean? It's like if you could take a blood thickener just in case something happened to you, you wouldn't bleed as much. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. I know it's kind of it's very morbid, right? Lifer, you're such a good man. Can I recommend a better music background for you? DC, Lifer, whatever you want, man. Hopped into Clay this morning. Alex Dello. Hey, where do you think Bitcoin is headed? Defiance disorder kicking in. I see a man named DC. Defiance disorder kicking in. He is asking to change the music. Must annihilate. Must annihilate. Must put him on timeout. Must put him on timeout. But he said he loves you. Wait, he said he loves you. Wait, he did? Yes, he says, Lifer, you're a good man. Oh, okay, we can't put him on timeout. No. Dang. But defiance disorder is kicking in.
Don't know what to do now. I am stuck. Not sure. Want to laser. I just joined the group. A lot of knowledge to digest. It's really fun intervention. Have a question for you. Do you see an inverted cup and handle on the 30-minute chart for Bitcoin? It's interesting. We'll take a look at that for you right away, man. Music is fire, though. Hey, thank you so much. S&P hit resistance. Been here a while, and yesterday I compared my TATRs, and it went in on the shorts. Also made enough to cover the beginner's course. I'll be in the last Saturday of the month. Stoked. Benny Boy made enough to cover the money. Love you, Benny. And he's going, you know, he told me it's, you know, it's tight. And he's just one day at a time, grinded, baby. And I tell everyone, if you stick with me, I'm going to get you there. First, I'm going to motivate you to feel like you can do it because you're going to believe in yourself. Then once your mind's right, and you're going to drink the lemon water, you're going to work out. So then your body and your mind are going to be one. You're going to be ready to rock. So then you're going to be motivated. Then you're going to be like, I can do anything I want. Then you're going to be successful, and then you're going to learn focus. Because you're working out and you're drinking the lemon water, you're going to have focus. Then you take that focus to the higher levels, and you stay on one thing over and over and over again. You keep that focus pinpoint accurate, and you keep hammering at the same thing over and over again until you win. And you're going to win. Every human being that's ever had laser focus has always got their goal. I'm telling you, it's a guarantee if you just keep moving in life. You're either going to die or hit your goal. You know what I mean? Get rich or die trying, baby. Super chats, ETC, Gen, CRV. Can you go over putting support and resistance on the chart? Yes. Looking at Bitcoin dominance, do you think alt season is coming? Lifer, what video card will you be switching? Do you think the RTX 390 could do the job? As soon as I would make enough money, also, I'm going to join your course. Thank you. Sam's always rocking them slick suits. My guy. Shout out to Walid Siam, man. Thank you, man. User channel. I have zero affiliation with this, but the work you do help you so many. God bless. Christ bless you. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Lifer has been very honest. You can feel his hope for bullishness at times, but he often says bulls must retake this level to remain bullish or look for more downside. He's right way more than he's wrong. Always looking fresh for sure. Shout out to Spiro. Thank you. Do you have trade calls in the 99? I go through every single, what we do is, look, like the market hasn't been that great, right? But Flux is hot, right? So like today, I'm going to post ARPA. I'm just going to post what I see. You know what I mean? You take that, it's just information. I'm just scanning the markets. It's very, you know what it is? It's like if you were on a ship with me and I had a telescope and I had really good eyesight and really good probability of keeping the ship safe. And I was just like scanning and I was like, all right, there's a possible thing over here, or the other way around. You were fishing with me and I'm a really good fisherman and I can just smell the air a little bit. I have a really good, you know, and I also have good, I know how to use my technology too. I have a team, I have a group, and I have good tech, you know, that scans the market. I know what to look for. I know how to find it, and I know how to do it fast and efficiently. It's my life. It's not your life to scan the market and have to find the most proficient coins. That is my life. So, you know, so what we do is we're just like a radar for you, and you get I'm constant radar, and I'm looking at the market, and I have a team of elite traders. Like for instance, this morning, all right, my elite lifer charts and the group 2, they talked about Flux. If you look at Flux here, I mean, not Flux. If you look at Fly here, my man, one of my elite traders put out Fly. See, it's getting tight in the channel right here. See this? This is today, 8:33 in the morning. And lo and behold, Fly would start doing some major damage to the upside, out of control, breaking out. So pretty crazy, you know what I mean? So we're just a group of amazing people, and I have trained the elite. I have 5 elite traders that I've trained. They're all amazing, and they will teach you what they know in the learning library. I have a learning library where everyone gets together, and then you can ask learning TA in questions right here and really change your life. This is where the hard work is done. This is where people really, really get it in. And look at all the movement. Look at all the action going on right now. Someone talking basically as we speak. You know, when I was first learning, then I would get confused when I saw the bearish and bullish together. I made that divvy so much clearer when I realized that they can feed into each other sometimes. See, teaching each other always really helps me see, look, people talking it through with each other. 24/7 support, someone from around the world at any given moment in time, 800 people going after the same goal as you. There's no better place to be in a bear or a bull market. It doesn't matter. Bull market, even better. Bull markets, this is where empires are built, baby. This is where people take life by the horns. Anyone can jump into a bear market. You know what I mean? Anyone can jump into a fad. Anyone can jump into a busy street and sell. Can you make your restaurant on the side of a mountain? Will people come visit you? You know, do you create the special sauce is the question. You know, do you push for gains every single day is the question. You know what I mean? Do you believe that there's always opportunity in the market any single day of the week? Because there is. It's just up to you to believe that. If you don't believe it, then there isn't. You must be open-minded and close your eyes and be like, you know what? I can create opportunity in a given moment in my life. I don't have to go to a job any day. I can literally sit here and start brainstorming some ideas. I can start working on them. I can have the desire, the 4 Ds. I can have the desire to change my life. I then can come up with some cool ideas of what I want to do, and I have to really think, what do I want to do in my life? Where do I want to go? What path do I want to take? I wanted to be a teacher so bad and help people grow and learn. To me, that was a yearning of mine. And then when all the pain and anguish that I've went through, the possible loss of life and up and down, I could use that to help someone else, even avoid my pitfalls that I went through and to achieve greatness for themselves, hopefully in a more efficient and maybe in even a bit of a faster manner. You never know. Everyone has a destiny, but And trading is high risk today, remember. I mean, it's always high risk, but trading is very, very high risk today. Extremely high risk. Okay? Very, very high risk. And I mean, Fly finally coming back down 756. And then Cambria, Cat, with a bit of a big move to the upside. Look, shoulder, head into shoulder now, too. Could be following that Bitcoin move. So someone asked if Bitcoin was in an inverted head and shoulder on the 30-minute time frame, right? I got one. Yeah, spot on. I mean, we've been showing you this the whole time from the beginning of the channel. So yes, we're on with you, man. I see exactly what you're saying, for sure. All right. God bless you, and you're here every day. Every day. Bitcoin forming a cup and handy on the 7-minute time frame. Slight, I don't know. I mean, you could say a little bit of a cup with a handle. I guess you're saying, yeah, slanted cup and handle. Possible. Can it hold the zone, though? It can also be holding a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. Look. See that? Always be on the ready. You know what I mean? Hey, Lifer, I've been watching you for a while now. Still trying to make some cash to pay for your course. Can you explain how you can scan the market for possible hot coins? Yeah, not just going to be able to give you my special sauce like that. That's awesome, though. Join the trading group, man. Honestly, I have a gift, man. If you did exactly what I would do, it would take you got to learn how to find patterns. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go through patterns and I look for low daily stochastic, low 4 hours. You guys watch me every day. You see exactly what I do. Just keep watching the channel. I do exactly what I do every day. Just keep watching. I do it without saying it. Just watch what I do, man. I teach you by doing it. That's the thing about this channel. Actions speak louder than words. Just watch my actions and you will begin to learn. All right? When someone asks about a coin, find out what I don't like about it and be like, well, if he doesn't like it, then that's what he doesn't go for. So if he doesn't go for that, then he probably goes for the opposite, right? Oh. So if someone's like, oh, I like this, and I'm like, well, that daily's high, I wouldn't be touching that. Then you're like, well, I guess Lifer likes low dailies then. I mean, honestly, if you just sit here and really focus, it's right here in front of you. That's what I try to tell people, man. It's right here in front of you. You just have to want it. You watch this channel enough and you'll start picking up on it. Exactly. You just got to get into it. You know, everyone wants it for free, baby. It doesn't happen overnight. All right. So look, Ethereum Classic pumped up for the 30, came back down, now leveraging itself with momentum on the daily. All right. Look at this really funky pattern. But to me, retesting the top trend line, technically, it's a retest. Technically a retest right there, bouncing off the bottom of the pattern. 4 hour has could look curving. This is what you want to see. All of these curving to the upside. That's interesting. Remember last time ETC did this and then it just went on a tear. Now it's overbought again on the right here on the 1 hour time frame, right? So and that's like leading the charge. It's because it come down and double bottom. Can it get above the zone? Had this, is it in a funky fallen wedge here? Does it have to come all the way back to the bottom? interesting pattern to say the least. You know what I mean? Broadening wedge maybe. Sometimes I even look at it in a different way, try to draw something different, but it's in the bigger channel here with legs on the daily, and the 4 hour wants to push up on you. So I just wait for the 1 hour to show me some sign. Like it could loop sideways down halfway. So I'm looking this scenario there. I'd appreciate it coming on down. You could miss it though. I've seen that happen too as well. 15 minutes also has to get above the zone, so it's not the greatest. XMR asking for your TA. Thanks in advance. Shout out to Khalid K. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you, Khalid. Thank you for jumping on into the live stream and giving us your all, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Hope everyone's having a wonderful, blessed day today here on the live stream. Super, super excited to see 555 likes to 555, baby. 555 likes here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. You're all amazing, beautiful, beautiful people. Thank you for the $65.66 in Super Chats. Much appreciated. Thank you for the $36.99 AED. Australian dollar was that? I'm not sure. Appreciate your grind, bro. Shout out to Tony Shido. Shout out to Mr. Shido, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the $3 Super Chat. You're the man, dude. Much appreciated to you and yours. Hey, if you're not going to grind, no one's going to grind for you. I don't got a back to fall back on. There's nobody here for me, baby. It was made pretty clear to me that I'm on my own a long time ago. All the mods got doctor's appointments today. Thank you so much, Lifer. You're really appreciated, man. I'm going to stick to watching you as often as possible every day if I can, man. Hey, do whatever makes you happy. Follow your passion. That's what I did. So that's all I can tell you to do. I can't tell you anything different. Okay? Follow your passion. Go after what you love. Change your life. All right? Shout out to CNC Ireland. Shout out to Dave Kendall. Shout out to East Jordan. Shout out to everybody here on the channel. Appreciate you all for jumping on in. Shout out to all my moderators on the live stream. Love learning. First time I don't see her in a long time. Shout out to Gina Bombina in the house. But you never know. You never know. So weird day. It's a Wednesday, September 7th. Interesting. So could it be making a bit of a cup and handle too? You know what I mean? Like this, something like this. Watch the 50-minute come on down. I'll watch this flag. When in doubt, flag it out. That could be the mission. Moon mission, baby. Moon mission. All the way to 38. 10% at the beginning. I didn't even know what bullish and bearish was until February. I didn't know what divergence was until the lifer taught me in June. My man. Thank you for saying that. I love that stuff. People giving actual ideas of like when they learn things and how they learned them. ANKR, please. Appreciate your grind anytime. 4 hours sleep for the week. Just grinding, brother. Keeping me motivated each day. 4 hours sleep per week. Yeah. Yo, Sam, quick question about divergences. If there are more candles involved, does the move tend to be larger? Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, if it's more violent, yeah. I mean, that's a good idea. I would say so. You would backtest that theory, but in theory, yes, because it's just like it's a bigger form. Usually, the more candles, the more hardcore the angle is. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, Lifer. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. My Bitcoin short equals choice steak, prime steak, or A5 Wagyu, baby. That's what I'm saying, man. You get to eat the best, man. This summer, man, I went to all the best steakhouses and just didn't play around, man. You know, I worked so hard. So when I took time off, I took friends out there were struggling or having, maybe you just weren't getting out enough to. You know what I mean? I had some fun. I don't do the Wagyu, though. It's just too much. It's too much. What is with the RSI divergence? Swing down Bitcoin and swing up RSI. I mean, so on and so on. Always hear swing up to swing down. Exactly. Keep coming back, baby. You're getting there. You're getting there. Just that question alone means you're on the right path. You're sniffing the roses, baby. Keep coming into the garden. Send in your super chats for a deep dive in TA support. Shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for the TA and deep dive. So look, Ethereum Classico. We're going to watch that flag, but if anything pumps, ETC could pump for gains. And honestly, maybe it's doing one of these, when it makes the pattern and it leaves it and comes back in. Could be forming one of these dissected falling wedges. I guess that's the best way to call it. I can spot it, but don't know when it can play out on higher time frames. The higher the time frame, the bigger it's going to play out. Lifer equals market sniper. Shout out to everybody here in the game. DXY steadily climbing. No geets. No geet. We don't want that. 110.20. It's not steadily climbing. We already took care of that. It is bouncing here, though. Look at that M that it made. What a beautiful M pattern. Needs to continue to dump, getting held by the 15. But it did dump. Look at that. Steadily climbing. Look, it dumped, finally. Boom. 1 hour's coming to the oversold region. United Arab Currency, Dubai. Thank you so much for the $36 in Dubai money, man. Appreciate that. I think that's a hefty penny. We went up to 78 bucks. I think we were at 63. That's like $15. American? We'll have to find out, right? Everybody, what is that? And let's go back to the Twitter. What percentage of the world knows what bullish or bearish divergence is? Anybody? 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 16 people answered the tweet. Let's see what people are saying here. Easy, 0.001 in my humble opinion. Me, Steve Surfs. I love you, Steve. Hope you're doing well. 5%, bro. 2 to 5%. I would say only 1% of those who heard about them, but who knows them? They may have better music in the background. Wow. Yikes. 0001. What is the percentage of lifers in the world? Use it. Use it. You're teaching how to learn charts. Nice one, mate. So you are not a trader, you are a teacher. If you want to earn on the market, do it by yourself. Don't fail. Look at this guy. And this Bart illustrator. Hater. So you're not a trader, you're a teacher. Obviously, he never watched my live stream and watched me pull money out of the market out of control. He never watched me find cake at 60 cents and put $2,000 in and turn it into 100 grand. He never watched me 100x on Safe Moon Live. My man, you haven't seen me. You haven't seen. I shouldn't answer this, right? No. Just block this negative energy, right? I don't know what to do. Anyway, I'll just delete it. I don't know what to do. It's crazy, right? Oh, you can't delete tweets, right? You could just block someone from like your life, right? Oh yeah, he has no followers. See, yeah, he got trolls, man. All right, we got trolled. We got trolled. He got his 10 seconds of fame, which he's probably not happy about. Which I hate when I get the trolls that they're yeah. But it is what it is, man. 1%, 2.5. What's the percentage of lifers in the world? Ooh, I like that. 1%, 2.5, 4.2, 1%, 0.001. I would say 10% initially, but with you around, let's give it a 15, 20. Yeah, too many people. You're funny. 1.33333. Shout out to everybody who answered the tweet. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, we have a bunch of super chats. Can we make a performer from our group to beat come on, man. I don't want to. I like BitBoy. He's my buddy, man. Why are people so? Hey, I can't control what people say and do. You know what I mean? But I'm a fan, man. I like the Bit Squad, man. I got no hate. I love everybody that God made, man, in this world, man. I got no hate, and I don't want my channel to be known as a channel like that. Can we not? I appreciate the super chat chain, but can we leave? Can we just become like the higher frequency group? I don't want the lifers to be known as these savages that are like going after everybody. Like, can we just like live and let live, man? You know what I'm saying? Like the tortoise and the hare, right? You know what I mean? Whoever's supposed to win the race will win the race. Like, we will get our respect. People will understand who we are. We don't have to bash anybody to get to create where we're going. You know what I mean? We don't have to bash anybody. That negative energy, the first person you hurt when you're negative is yourself. We're going to be high frequency people, baby. We're going to be on another level. I love BitBoy too. All right, cool. But no more comment on it. Yeah, because he's... So you're done trolling Jordan? I never trolled Jordan. He's a nice dude. Fa-fa-foey? I thought you were... Fa-foey, man. I've helped you so much in my life, man. You used to say, I love you. It's so weird. We're in a place of high frequency and empowerment. Yeah, I'm just... You know what? I breathe in, and I only breathe out greatness and blessings. If you live in love, love is the strongest frequency. You cannot be defeated by any mean shape. or form. So thank you so much. The only people we hate on are the scammers and the bots. Yeah, I guess, right? And even then, I don't hate on them. I just would like them to be diminished. Jordan and Sam have fun. Yeah, we're from Boston, man. I like what you just said. Negativity is exhausting. Exactly. It is literally like so exhausting. It's tiring. You know, positivity is empowering. It gives you more energy. When you live with positive energy, you're able to make a bit of a move here. So look at the 15-minute on BNS. Like, you need to stay focused, right? Keep your mind focused on what the task is at hand. That's what I have a pretty good job of doing, not every day, but a pretty good job of doing most of the days, to keep the job of all of us here focused together. So when we go through these 2 hours together, we make the best of it. You know what I mean? It's fun to tease each other. It's what we Northeast people do. If we break on each other, then we like each other. I am a bot. I love you all. Shout out to Crypto Magic Bots. We love you, man. Positivity breeds success. I'm teasing. I bring nada but love here. Love you all. Shout out to Fa Fa Fo Hi. See? If I had not been watching BitBoy, I never would have found this channel. So somebody see, there you go. They could be friendly competition. I mean, 1K, I would have just put it in FLUX. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I would have done. That's kind of what I did, you know? So, hey, every negative action taken by us, taken away from the good coming to you. One bad action takes 10 good actions to correct the negative. I disagree with that completely. I say that one good thought is stronger than 1,000 negative thoughts. So I think completely differently on that. Does Shane... I would never found the Godfather lifer. I saw him straight positivity and mad knowledge. Nothing but respect for the team. Shout out to Jamie and everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So moving forward on the channel every day, one thing I want to talk about is we look at the total market cap every single day, right? And we kind of make a look at what's happening, all right? And we do a dive here on the total market cap. Now, see this M pattern? We came up. We got rejected by this $975 billion area, and we would fall to the downside on the 4 hour, right? 4 hour wants vengeance though, and is showing that it can come back to the upside. All right. So look, I deleted all my work here so we can look at it fresh one more time. So the first thing I'm going to do is set, and this is the answer to that super chat. Can you talk about support and resistance? The first thing I do is I set support and resistance. Alt J, which will give you a line too, and actually label the line. Alt J right there. You can see a bit of resistance here and there. We bounced right here off the zone. We bounced right there. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That's 2 in a row. That's a doozy there, right there. And you can even see it's like, and again, it's not always a line per se. It can be a zone, because you can see how we wicked in and out of the same zone. Came down, and then you see we bounced off the 200, right? And this is what I keep talking about too, is the simple. We bounced off the 200 simple moving average, and here we are again. We haven't gone below it. Now everyone says a bear market ends when we bounce off the 200 or go a little bit below it. It was here. That was our bottom in the last bear market, right? So I just keep pointing this out, that we break this, then you'll see me like, I'll just be like, okay. And again, I'm not saying we're guaranteed to do anything. You know, that to me, this is a flag, like a yikes, you know what I mean? And if you remember correctly, I was showing 7K a long time ago, right? I mean, that would knock the whole market cap to $500 billion, right? We would lose $400 billion, but like, where would the money go? I'm just saying, if you just play it without thinking like that. See, I don't try to think stuff like that. I just look at the charts. If you break this is your last node, you're a little bit below it, you're likely to come here. If you break that, you're likely to come here. And this is where your liquidity lies, at 291. Now, the people that are in cash, if this market does go to its knees down here, these will be the greatest prices on earth. I mean, you're talking Cardano back at 8 cents, 15 cents. You're talking Matic probably at 10, 20 cents, maybe less. You know, you're talking some of the, you know, you're talking Bitcoin and on the lows, 7 grand, 8 grand. You know what I mean? So, yeah. We don't need to fight tyranny. We need to make it irrelevant, though. Positive energy and forward momentum. Can you take a look at HNT USDT, please? It's been fun. Cool story. The money would go to groceries and gas. Funny. $8 trillion lost. Yeah, damn, that would be unbelievable. 2008, they lost 8 trillion. Yeah, exactly. He's perfect point here. So do we double bottom here? I mean, this is your line in the sand. Like, Bitcoin must. Like, we should make this a short excerpt. Everyone, I put out a bunch of short excerpts the last 4 days, but not one of them made it to the YouTube. I don't know what's going on. If you could just let me know, I'd appreciate it. I did a bunch of things the other day that I wanted to put out, and I never got out. It's all good. I don't care. Honestly, I've been working so hard. I'm exhausted, so it's just on my mind. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I want to do one right now. Hi, my name is Sam Price. Hi, my name is Sam Price, professional crypto trader, also known as cryptolifer on YouTube. And something I want to show you that's substantial is the 200 simple moving average on the weekly time frame. It's this yellow line here. And if you were to extend it back, we can't here because it doesn't go that long on this chart alone, which is the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. But it tends to hold a bottom for a bear market. As you can see, we bottomed here at that like $3,100 area for Bitcoin, where the total market cap went to $81 billion, which is crazy. Here we went all the way to $162 billion. Can you believe that much really left the crypto market at that time? And everyone's saying Bitcoin broke below it already. So everyone's like, bear market, forever, we're going down. And yes, there could be lows. It could be 7K, 10K. I'm ready for anything. You have to be open-minded for any type of price action because that's just what you have to do to be a proficient trader. Just like to be a proficient soldier, you have to know that anything could happen to you at any given moment and be ready. You can't think, oh, I could get hit this one way and it's only this way. No, because then you're not going to be protected for all the other ways in which you could get hit. Same thing in trading. You need to understand all the different possibilities in which you could get hit, and you need to basically put a contingency plan for each of those and then find the best probability that suits your trading style. So right now, can this double bottom here on the weekly? There's a chance that it can, but this is a big deal. We start to break below this 200 simple on the weekly. It's going to show even more, that there's more downside coming, possibly all the way to the $13,000, $12,000 area and liquidity down to $368 billion. So watch this closely, everybody. We do not want to see this weekly candle which closes in 4 days and 9 hours. We do not want to see this red candle here. We want to see this eventually come on up on a wick. We want to see this double bottom play out. If this double bottom does play out, something that I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about, is you end up with this type of thing going on. And this usually will come up all the way to this next, at least to this liquidity zone, probably a rejection of that node there, somewhere up to the $1.5 trillion region. So it would be a huge deal if we could get a move to the upside. If not, that's a bit of a bear flag that could break the length of that pole. And you're talking somewhere down into the $600-700 billion region. Yet again, I know I did it quick and dirty, down and dirty there. But so, and then the lowest move there to 500. So it's really important that we do not see a candle close below this yellow line, all right? We almost did it here, got above it. We almost did it there, got above it. We've been bouncing here. Can this double bottom hold for the weekly? Huge sign for Bitcoin. If we cannot, it spells trouble. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of information, I go live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I also have a Discord. I also teach class every Tuesday from 3 to 5, where you can find out how to use these moving averages, how to juxtapose price action with the MACD, how to learn support and resistance, trend analysis, and more. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Crypto is life. Thank you, everyone, for sitting through that annoying, horrible, painful bit of education. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Wonderful stream again. Thank you, Lifer. Shout out to Rudy Banuelos. You're a legend, Lifer. Shout out to everybody here. Beginners course every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Last Saturday of every month, 9 a.m. Learn the language of the charts. 2 hours that are life-changing. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Pay with crypto. Lifer's beginners courses every Tuesday. And so worth the $99. Thank you for saying that. Yo, Sam, I recently changed my trading view from dark to light. I feel so much more awake and alert and ready. Thought I would share. Maybe it would help others. Hey, maybe. Nobody likes light, though. Lifer, my guy, my Boston guy. What do you see on that S&P? Hope you got some sleep. Your hard work is appreciated. Shout out to Taylor Tortiello. Bitcoin needs to drink some lemon water. Thank you for telling me that. Thank you, Sam. Greetings from the Netherlands. Light hurts my eyes, though. Respect you a lot, man. Shout out to Daniel Ratchbluch. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the $83 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. Thank you for the 620 likes on the 530 viewers we still have live. Somehow we're losing people today. I don't know what it is. You know what it is? We're not producing enough. But, I mean, that's deep information, too, that you want to really pay attention to. Okay. Thanks, Lifer. I'll consider dropping Lux to join. Can you explain it? To Frank? He rarely rely. I was introduced to you on BitBoy, and now I have not missed any videos. You're an important part of my day. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. God bless you and yours. You're an important part of my day, too, because you keep coming back every single day. What's my opinion on the ETH merge? I mean, I believe it'll give ETH a bit of a pump, right? I mean, if it makes supply somewhat scarce, then it's going to pump the coin. It just is what it is. Let's take a look at all the super chats, everybody, and send someone in. Super chat time. We're going to get them all done. Don't worry, we do not skip super chats. If you were a little sour, don't worry. We're going to get to gens. We're going to get to CRV, ANKR, and XMR. We got them. We even talked about the support and resistance, so we did answer that one as we're cruising, continuing to move here. Gens. I traded gens a couple months back for some gains. Fun coin on and off. Gen Shiro. So let's take a look at gens. What does it mean to you, right? So right now, I mean, right off the bat, right, it had tight moving averages, which broke to the upside. It got a golden cross right there on the 1 hour time frame. Continued to pump up pretty nice. Gens. Now you see it's got this and this, and these are the two trend lines that you have for gens. So this is what we're looking at. Double click ourselves out. You do want to push to the upside. That's interesting for gens. Holding this trend line now. So could it be in this tight symmetrical triangle? There you go. And we slowly piece the story together. Sometimes I don't know anything either. I'm just trying to, you know. Now the 4 hour wants to push to the downside. Could it bend? The daily has momentum to the upside, so it could continue up a little bit there. Could the 1 hour help it all and swing it to the upside? There's a chance gens could pump to the upside here. I'll look at my 15-minute for a little more interesting. And it's at the bottom of the pattern. Gens looks all right. So whoever looks at gens, whatever system they use is like mine, or maybe they use mine. That's interesting because this is starting to look like there's a possible move here for gens. Anything is possible. Just be careful. You know what I mean? Especially today, it's high risk with Bitcoin hanging on a ledge there, like waiting. So gens looking pretty nice. You know why I like gens? It's about to bounce off the POC, and that's a low stochastic on the 15-minute. Gens for possible gains there. 70% too. It ain't playing if it can make a gain for gens. And you got these levels and not a lot of resistance in gens way before it can pump. Okay. Gens, possible scalp of the 15-minute to the 1 hour time frame for gens on the radar. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. 633 likes on the live. Thank you so much. And where did everybody go? Last week we had 1,000 people and we whaled the short. People just didn't short, right? I don't know. Okay. Gens on the radar, though. And again, it's the two culprits that are always together in crime, the 15-minute and the 1 hour. Those are the two time frames that I'm always keen on, and I'm watching for a bit of a move. Gens, possible move on the 15-minute and the 1 hour time frame for gens. All right? A couple scalp coins that I'm looking at. Wow. Fly was out of control. Finally calmed down. Let's take a look at BRISE. BRISE was good to us. Let's see if it could be good to us again. All right. BitGert. Attempting to make that parabola. Came on, falling wedge, broke it. Let me look at it again with some fresh eyes. First thing we want to do is pull a Fibonacci from this low to this high here. Left to right, and you can see it's bouncing off the golden pocket, getting pretty close to what I call the sweet spot. Okay, so that's interesting. All right, so and people like it. Also, a bit of a giant, bigger cup and handle at play. So BRISE has a bit of a cup and handle forming. All right, and could BRISE pump at least this first channel off of the divergence. Does it come a little lower and bounce here off its bigger area? The chance. Daily's ready to go for BRISE. Starting to build its next bag. Getting ready for its next move here, here, and here. These areas, BRISE pump back up to the upside. I mean, yeah, you're already looking at 130, 171, possibly 131% gains for BRISE. So BRISE is back on my map. And again, in my trading group, like right now you get alerted, BRISE is back, oversold in the daily. I'm not saying I buy right now, get it right now. And I'm not a signals group. I don't tell you what to buy or sell. But I will show you how I start to watch a coin and how I stalk it. And then you'll learn how to do the same thing. And you'll be able to pick up when something's likely to play out. You'll be able to bring it up. You'll be like, okay. Like this at a 0.618 Fibonacci level. That's a key piece of insight that you want to know. It's in a falling wedge. Another key insight that you want to know. You know, just certain things that are filling in the blanks here for you. Bit of a bounce here. You know, oversold stochastic. You know what I mean? So there's just things starting to brew here. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm going to look at smaller time frames. You want to watch smaller time frames. For entry, you know what I mean? And that's only if you personally like the trade. Completely up to you. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do here should be taken as such. I just go over coins and look at different TA and things that have a high probability. Bitcoin has a high probability of breaking up to the upside. It's going to stay in my, you know, on my radar. Whale is interesting. Whale is attempting to double bottom here. Can it? To me, it's just too... I'd rather find support and then we'll play on it. I don't like picking up a fallen knife, you know. Apollo currency on my radar too here. Getting tight on the daily, could make a bit of a move. I waited for this alert to come down on the 4-hour. It's coming down and it's about to hit. So we set the trap and it's falling into the trap. I like this right here. Apollo. Last time we played it, we nailed it for gains too as well. Apollo coming right into the sweet spot, right? If the 50-minute was low, that would be my entry for Apollo. 50 minutes a little high. I'd wait for the 50-minute to come on down for my precision move here. 7-minute even just in case. Not too shabby. Interesting. So I like Apollo coming back down here, oversold in the 4-hour time frame. Legs on the daily, right? Could flip back up on the daily. It's getting close to the 21-day moving average. It could dump at any moment. You know, 200 moving through the bottom of the pattern. This looks highly likely to make a move to the upside. APL, USDT. And again, another coin that we were trading when the whole market wasn't doing well. Apollo, right? Apollo currency. And for whatever reason, it had, you know... I had previously set alerts for this. You know what I mean? And you don't know, like, and people are like, well, why join the group? It's like, well, you don't know the alert system. You don't, there's so much, you know. So we had previously set alerts for this move here, and that's why it's interesting. You know what I mean? APL on my radar now. So we did find, you know, we're finding some things. We're finding some, you know, it takes me some time. When the market's iffy, it takes me some time. I start sniffing around. We begin to make sense of what's happening here. Right? Let's take a look at CRV, USDT on KuCoin. Little flag there, never played out. Let's take a look at it on the daily. Daily's overbought, okay? It's interesting. However, it's got some hidden bullish, right? I mean, that's swing up, this swing up. That swings down. Guess you could move it back here and say, no. You're fighting a POC. If you can't get above it, a point of control here on the VRVP, you're likely to head right down here to your next high volume node. That coincides with your next resistance. So, I mean, you might have a little pit stop here before your break to the downside. Could happen. All right. Let's take a look at our 4-hour time frame. 4 hours very oversold, so I'd be careful shorting anything when the 4 hours that low. Okay. I did see someone put out a short for this, I believe. I could be wrong. Got a bit of an inverted head and shoulder forming too here. Possible that could make a move. It's not perfect. And almost making like a falling wedge here that could break to the upside. Oversold in the 4. 1 hour's coming back down, could make a bit of a dump here. So here's the deal for CRV. I mean, you don't want to see it break this vertical trend, this vertical diagonal trend line here. 1, 2, 3. It breaks that. I mean, it's definitely headed right back down to about 85 cents, right? Psychological support at a bean if it can hold the dollar region, all right? 3-day chart's very oversold too as well, expecting some type of bounce here. I'm watching these 3-day charts recently. They're starting to open up. But again, I see how it's kind of an inverted cup and handle. There's your cup, and the handle's moving up, and it could dump to the downside, you know? Another theory is that you're going to continue down in the trend that you're in, right? On the daily time frame, which is here. These are the two levels you're going to watch. Then you might make a giant double bottom here. It's not my cup of tea right now, personally. I'm not a fan of CRV at the moment. I think there's better. I only want to dabble with something that like has a high probability of paying me. You know what I mean? Like Apollo looks way better. But again, anything is that's just based on probabilities. You know, anything else is whatever. Why does it make these so big? Must have been the day when I made them or something. So this thing's extremely oversold in the daily time frame. ANKR, right? People keep asking about ANKR protocol. Bit of a double bottom here. Oversold in the daily, wants to pump. So of all the coins in the world, this thing is in a, you know, nice falling wedge flag here. Bit of a cup and handle here for ANKR. All right. Interesting. Wouldn't be surprised to see ANKR pump up a little bit there out of this semi cup and handy. Slight hidden bullish divergence too. You got this swing up to swing high, swing low to swing low there. Same here, gives you a bit of an uptrend, but not as strong as that. Slight, no, not too much, but it's slight. It's got hints of mint. You know what I mean? 4 hour also wants to push to the upside, looking pretty nice. 1 hour needs to come on down and chill out. So I'll put an alert right here and wait for ANKR to come on down in the middle section. Then I'll be looking at ANKR on my radar, and I'll be talking about it in the trading group. We'll be looking at it. ANKR does look like it may make a move here compared to the rest of the market. Thank you so much for that gem piece, my man. Very nice of you. And now we're going to look at XMR, right, which is Monero. Monera, a little bit of Monero. Let's take a look at it on the daily. It's also a little wide, like no need to be that wide. So Monero's been just trending to the downside slowly. It had bottomed about 97 and got above psychological support at 100. All right. Remember, those are just levels, like levels that you know. So 50, 175, you know. So the idea is this. I mean, you're in this falling wedge. You could break to the upside. You have a bit of a shoulder ahead. Could you make a right shoulder? And you're flagging out. Now, a lot of coins are in this flag, which is somewhat interesting. Trying to hold the zone here. Like the ETH merge might pump ETH against Bitcoin, might actually hold altcoins off. The ETH merge might be like the saving grace for the entire altcoin market. You know what I mean? Because it could create a bit of scarcity. So we need to get above this POC, and this could pump up nicely. I'm a huge fan of Monero. I've held it for a long, long time. I don't hold many, like 12 Moneros, but it is what it is, you know? Could see Monero breaking on out. I'd wait for the daily to kind of maybe make a little bit of a turn here. 4 hours looking good. And again, like the rest of the market, the 1 hour is just a little overbought. So I'd wait for the 1 hour to slow down. I'd put an alert down here on the stochastics. And then if it suits my fancy, I personally wouldn't be trading Monero. Too high liquidity, not much of a move. Not many people care about it. And I think there's just so much more money in some type of small cap altcoin. But again, you do whatever makes you happy, right? So. Shout out to Ribeiro. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one for coming on into the live. Thank you so much for being here. Roberto, I love you, man. Thank you for being here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Much love to you and yours. Everybody, I'm out for the day. Thank you so much for being here. It is now 12:03. I guess we lose the algorithm at that point, $85. I'm extremely exhausted, all right? I was building my studio, had a bit of a computer issue, so whatever. It is what it is. Nobody cares. Remember that. Nobody cares. Let's do Bitcoin here before we jump on out of here for the day. Let's take a look at our Bitcoin update before we jump out of here for the day. Shout out to my team. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. All right. Take a look at 18,927. All right. As we're creeping back up, we're kind of right where we were when we left the stream. We're in the same exact place. So look, if we take a look here, let's clean up our act. All right. The inverted head and shoulder is attempting to continue to climb to the upside. However, shoulder, head, and shoulder could be forming here. Watch out for this. Would be a textbook head and shoulder pattern too as well. I'm just seeing like, okay, what kind of flag were we in? Interesting. It does want to push up on that 7 and continue to the target. So far, the bulls have been defending. At least we got, look, resistance. We broke out. That's what's called an SR flip. That's a very small version of it, but that's what you call an SR flip, right? Get us back to 19,130. Again, not a huge deal, but it would just at least get us back above 19K. So I'm looking more bullish here to get us back above 19K. You don't want to double top right now. So you're looking... You don't want to double top right here. You want to get above here, bounce back again, and continue to this upside zone. Not a lot of liquidity, not a lot of movement. Be very careful. Only certain altcoins would I be trading today. Very, very light in the market, so just be very, very careful. Good day to learn divergences. Good day to kind of get to brass tacks. Good day to jump into the learning library and just really get yourself situated. So stay focused, stay motivated. Remember, you can do anything you put your mind to. I was thinking about it yesterday as I was driving. I'm like, nobody knows your true potential. Not your parents, not your best friend, not your wife. Only you really know truly who you are going to become in your destiny. So go after it. And I got nothing else to say, but I love you. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. And remember, some days you're going to be tired. Some days it's not going to be easy. Some days you're not going to feel like a million bazillion %. But you know what? Ask yourself what you're doing. Find some gratitude. And if you can find gratitude, latch onto that and use that for your next step. So today I'm super I have gratitude for everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. I have gratitude to everybody that showed up. Thank you so much for the $85 in super chats, the 660 likes. I even have gratitude for my haters because without my haters, I would not be here, right? The tough bosses. And again, if you don't have a hater, you're not doing anything wrong. So thank you so much to the hater. We had our initial hater today. I appreciate that. Some days it's best not to trade at all. God bless them. Hey, you don't always have to be in a trade. H-bar, 50-minute cup and handle, or an M pattern, CNC Ireland. Someone asking about H-bar, all right? I mean, it's basically going to be following Bitcoin. Watch out for Bitcoin to be making this head and shoulder pattern and continuing to the downside, right? We could even make this bigger and say, well, we're just still in this bear flag. We really haven't escaped it yet. And that measured move is looming. It would raise it a little bit, but it would still bring us down to like 18,300 for the measured move, right? And honestly, we can all, in a way, you could almost be like, well, we kind of got what we wanted out of the inverted head and shoulder. Like, it did break to the upside. You know what I mean? It was slanted, and we got our move. So it is what it was. Everybody be careful. Have a good day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next live stream. Be safe. Peace. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tonight. You never know. You never know. I might just pop back. You never know when I'm going to live stream again. I mean, you know the times, but you never know when I slide another live stream in there. Thank you, everyone. Be safe. And, yeah, I love you all. We should end with the even though it is an intro, we should end with that. I think it's pretty sweet.